Old Man Hemlock's orchard was the town's best-kept secret. Tucked away behind a crumbling stone wall, his apples were redder, his peaches juicier, his plums sweeter than anything you'd ever find at the market. People whispered about his methods. Some said he used a special fertilizer. Others claimed he sang to the trees. The truth was far stranger and much, much darker. You see, Hemlock's orchard wasn't just an orchard. It was a graveyard. Decades ago, when the town was just a fledgling settlement, this patch of land was a potter's field. A final resting place for the nameless, the forgotten, the poor. No headstones, no markers. Just dozens of souls laid to rest in the cold, unforgiving earth. Hemlock discovered this by accident, unearthing a human bone while planting a new sapling. But instead of being horrified, he was intrigued. He planted the tree right over that unmarked grave, and the fruit that grew? It was divine. So he planted more. One tree for every soul. First person to experience the side effects was young Mrs. Gable. She bought a basket of hemlocks, ruby red apples, to bake a pie. That night, she dreamt. She wasn't herself, though. She was a young man with calloused hands, standing on a scaffold, a rope scratching his neck. He looked out at a small, jeering crowd, searching for a face he knew he wouldn't find. Mrs. Gable woke up screaming, the phantom sensation of the rope still tight around her throat. She wasn't the only one. People all over town started having vivid, unsettling dreams after eating Hemlock's fruit. A baker dreamt he was a little girl, lost in a blizzard, her fingers turning blue as she huddled against a tree. A blacksmith dreamt he was an old woman, lying in a dusty attic, watching the light fade from a single window as she drew her last lonely breath. Each dream was a memory, a final moment seen through the eyes of the dead. The fruit from Hemlock's orchard was more than just delicious, it was a vessel. The roots of the trees had drawn up more than just water and nutrients from the soil below. They had drawn up memories, emotions, the very echoes of the lives buried there. Eating the fruit was like tasting a life, a beautiful, tragic, forgotten life. The townspeople were faced with a choice: stop eating the heavenly fruit and let the dead rest in silence, or continue to indulge, and in doing so, bear witness to the forgotten stories buried in Grave Orchard. What would you choose? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales from the shadows.